Most of us don't do that right now. It's 20-80% rule, or even less. Alright, so flip that around, and you get better results by doing nutrition better. Speaking of 80-20 rule, is I do not deprive myself of any food. Anything. I always find better substitutes. So if I like cookies, I'll find a better substitute for them. And I'll make it myself. Ice cream. I love ice cream. So what I did was, I found a good recipe, I bought myself an ice cream maker, and I make my own ice cream. If you guys don't want to go that route, you can go to Wegmans or Whole Foods and buy your own organic ice cream. It could be made with coconut water, it could be made with coconut, period. It doesn't have to be dairy because most dairy is pasteurized, so it's not the best for you. Find better substitutes. Alright? There's always a better substitute for it. All it takes is a little bit more effort on your part by doing a little bit more research and putting in a little bit more legwork, as you want to say. So, I guess that covers the diet and lifestyle thing. So, do not deprive yourself of any food. The food that you deprive yourself of, you will crave it more. Now I'm going to go to organic versus conventional and non-organic foods. I'm a huge believer in organic food. It is not as expensive as most people make it out to be. You could always find better sources of organic food, and you're not going to be paying that much more in the end than conventional foods. You go to local farmers, and local farmers are better than buying it at ShopRite or wherever else you shop at right now. Again, it goes back to nutrients. So organic food, like organic apple, has way more minerals, way more vitamins, way more antioxidants. And the percentages are about 15 to 20% more of everything in the organic apple versus the conventional apple. What organic apple doesn't have, that a conventional apple has, is all the herbicides and insecticides, pesticides, all the chemicals on it. So a conventional apple has between 24 to 42 per apple of all the different chemicals on it. So you have the waxing layer on it, and you're like, wow, this apple looks so shiny. Again, chemists were working on this apple to make it look edible and presentable for you to eat. So the smell and the flavor that you get out of it it's all chemical based. So it's actually the good food that you're taking in, it's fooling you into thinking that it's great food, which is not. Alright, and that's an organic thing that grows. So let's not even talk about all the processed stuff like the packaged stuff that you buy. Not only does it have the pesticides in it and all the chemicals in it, but it's already processed, so the nutrient is way low. Alright, so guys, focus on the nutrient products and everything, not the calories aspect of everything. Alright? So let's talk about carbs, proteins, and fats. Carbs. When I say carbs, what do you guys think of?
Pasta.
Right? That's exactly what it is, right? We're talking about carbs and fats. Bread, pasta, rice.
Banana.
I hope you gummy bears. Gummy bears. So basically, we always think of, you know, like when I mentioned paleo lifestyle, people are like, I can't do paleo. First of all, can't. That's a negative thought. All right. Second of all, is why can't you do paleo lifestyle? It's like you don't allow any carbs. We have carbs. We just don't have bad carbs. Right? There's good carbs, bad carbs. Simple carbs, complex carbs. Simple carbs are fruits, vegetables. You consume it raw, you get all the nutrients out of it, all the vitamins out of it, and antioxidants out of it. Right now there's so many supplements out there because we're so lacking in vitamins and nutrients that we're trying to get back into it. You don't need that. Just eat a damn fruit or a vegetable. raw, don't steam it, don't cook it, eat it raw. Most of the fruits and vegetables you eat and buy, you can buy it raw and eat it raw. Alright? So carbs, pasta, bread, that's all processed. And most of them are considered complex carbs. Why many people are like, oh, I need to eat complex carbs. The complex carbs, because our body takes a very long time to digest them. If it takes them a very long time to digest them, why would we want to keep eating them? Alright? Proteins. Proteins is keep them well, so get organic proteins. That's pretty much all I can say about protein. There's so many different things on protein that basic protein is animal protein. There's if you're a vegetarian, you're always trying to find a substitute for protein. I'm not gonna get into that, but it's hard to beat animal protein, and you can't get the same results from vegetables. Alright? Fats. People are afraid of fat. We got low fat, we got no fat, we got half fat, I don't know what kind of fat we got out there. Basically, saturated fats right now, which is coconut oil, and the fat that you get out of eating whole chicken with skin, or eating red meat, the saturated fats, right now making a comeback. And they're being shown on Yahoo and all the rest that, wow, saturated fats are not as bad for you now. It's getting mainstream that it's finally saying that, you know what, we evolved into the human beings we are by eating saturated fats. So how can they be bad for us? The fats that are bad for us is hydrogenated oils, all the processed oils like sunflower oils, safflower oils, canola oil, which I don't even know what canola plant is, but you guys have to start doing your own research and question the things that you see on TV. Simple rule about that is anything that's marketed heavily on TV is bad for you. So if they spend $1 million or $5 million, $20 million a day or a year to market it, whatever the product is, it's generally not good for you. You never see fruit being shown on TV. Why? It should be common knowledge that it's good for you. Coconut oil is not really being sold on TV either because it sells itself. It's a health food, and it doesn't have to be marketed to you. So anything that you see heavily marketed on TV, like Kit Kat, Starbucks,
Twix,
right? It is not the best for you. Twix, all right? So again, hydrogenated oils are in everything that we eat that comes in the package. If you look at anything that's processed, anything that comes in the package, they have to rip open, look at the ingredients. It's going to be listed there. Hydrogenated oil, safflower, or sunflower oil. Why? Because it's a filler. It is a dead food, and it's so cheap to make, so we just kind of stick it into everything. It also adds flavor. It also makes it last longer on the shelf. So you're trying to get away from that. I'm not saying don't eat things that comes in the package. You could always find a better substitute, like what I said before. Do not deprive yourself of anything. Find a better substitute. It might require a little more work out of you, but you're trying to make it into a lifestyle. If you start depriving yourself, you're making it into a diet or dieting, and you're not going to last on it. Alright? The things when you read food labels, the things that you would stay away from is the words like fortification, enriched foods, pasteurized, homogenized, natural flavors added, or stuff that was added to it. What did you do to the food that you have to add stuff to it? Everybody knows that milk is good for us. Vitamin D added, calcium added. What happened? Why do we have to add it? It comes with the milk, right? Why do we have to add to it? So basically anything that's added to it, again, chemists or scientists go to their lab and they're like, alright, we killed everything that's in the milk. Let's add stuff back into it. Whatever that you add into it, it's synthetic. It is not going to be the same. You cannot mess with Mother Nature. You can't do it. No matter how smart we think we are, you can't do the same thing. Vitamin C that you provide, that you make yourself, is not the same vitamin C you get out of an orange. Alright? So these are the things to look for on when you read labels. I think that's all on food for now. Hopefully some food for thought for you guys. Let's talk about exercise. Anybody that works out here, you guys have very good coaches, Rob and Jerry. So the way everything's set up is that you get the most out of exercise program. What you have to do is follow it to the T. Don't overdo it. When the pre-flights that we have going on right now, it's 50 to 60% of your max. Don't make it 1 RM each time. So basically what that comes down to is overtraining. We don't want to overtrain. That's a stress on our body that we don't want to deal with. Again, that goes back to fight or flight reflex, your sympathetic nervous system being activated all the time. Alright? We're fighting a tiger every time we're stressed or we're trained. We don't want that. People that are new to this gym, I want to welcome you all, and if you guys haven't tried working out here, you should give it a workout. I know I said welcome, my accent came out. It happens. So, with exercise, the one thing I want to iterate is overtraining. So what you want to do is start meditating, yoga, any other things like going for a nice long walk on a beach, especially when the weather is nice, like today it's pretty decent. Soak up the sun, whether you like walks in the park, whatever it is, nice and calm, just relax, alright? Also, relaxation could be reading a nice quiet book, sitting by a fire, sipping on tea. Whatever it is, try to relax. Get yourself back into the parasympathetic nervous system. That leads me to sleep. All these 6 things that I mentioned today, thought, breathing, hydration, food, exercise, and sleep, they all combine into one. The whole lifestyle. So if you're missing one component, it's going to carry over to the other one, and it's going to be a domino effect. If you guys are missing one thing or the other, you're not going to get the most out of your whole life or your lifestyle. So sleep. Recommended is what, 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, right? For some of us, it's very difficult to do. We all have jobs, we all have to work out, we all have to do kids. Whatever it is, we always have something that hinders our sleep. Many people say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You'll be dead a lot sooner if you don't sleep. Alright? So, a couple of months ago, on my Facebook, I put a little experiment. Let's not breathe, eat, or drink, or sleep for 2 days straight. See how we do. Anybody want to do that experiment? Please do that outside, not here, because we don't want to revive it. So, you need those basic things in your life. If anybody had 3 or 4 hours of sleep for one night, that's okay. 2 nights, you're still okay. 3 nights, you're equivalent of being drunk. So when you drive, they did an experiment on this. If you drive, you get pulled over, it's the same thing as you being drunk. Over the limit. So it's very dangerous not to get your sleep. And it catches up to you. Any minute that you spend in life, you can never get back. You know? Any minute that you miss of sleep, you can never get back. That's the way to think about it. One thing you can do to aid that is resting. So again, meditation, I keep repeating them because they get you back to the parasympathetic nervous system. Naps, 20 minutes to 40 minutes. I'm pretty sure everybody can afford 20 minutes to 40 minutes of a nap if you can't get 8 straight hours of sleep or 7 hours of sleep a night. Right? It's not that much, but you have to start taking care of your bodies. Why sleep is so important? It's when everything that we do throughout the day, we work out, we rip our muscles, we prepare at night when we sleep. We prepare the whole body, all the stuff that I mentioned before with the cells. We prepare ourselves when we sleep. So all the nutrients we took in throughout the day, all the vitamins, all the antioxidants, we get to utilize that and repair ourselves